Chapter 25 has officially proven that Sarada and Sumire have officially betrayed Aida's trust through their intense conversation about their love in Boruto. See, this was a long overdue conversation between the two, especially after the confession that Sumire made in Next Generations to Sarada, telling her that she loves Boruto and she's going to do whatever to get his attention. Sarada was running away from her feelings. Sarada didn't care for her feelings for Boruto because she didn't want it to stop her from becoming Hokage. That's her main goal and that's her objective. And she actually believed that feelings and love will get in her way. And that's understandable because Sarada's character has always been about love. Sarada and Sumire's slip up has now restored a forgotten plot point that took place in Next Generations. By them having this conversation with Eida eavesdropping, Eida has officially figured out that Sumire and Sarada are not under her love charm ability, aka omnipotence. Some of you may believe that this really isn't a big deal, but if you were paying attention to chapter 1 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, you will understand that this situation will cause a ripple throughout the Leaf Village when it comes to Eida's trust and Shikamaru and everyone else. Before we start this video, go ahead and smash the like button. And don't forget to subscribe if you've been enjoying the content and want to be a part of our community. With that out the way, you know it's theory time, just let me cook. Between Eida, Sumire, and Sarada was all created and orchestrated by Shikamaru, and the only purpose of this friendship was to keep a close eye on Eida and have Sarada and Sumire be in the perfect position to get close to Eida and surprise attack Eida was to ever threaten the Leaf Village. This was established in chapter 76 of Boruto Next Generations. Shikamaru chimed into their conversation and asked Sarada and Sumire if they're affected by Eida's love charm before we knew it was omnipotence. Sarada and Sumire realized right away that they weren't affected by her ability. Shikamaru states, listen, if Eida finds out about it, will likely be bad. Maru asks, does Eida know? She doesn't seem to have noticed yet. Listen, make sure you're not found out, especially by Daemon. If her charm doesn't work on you, it means it's possible for you to kill Eida. You get what I'm saying? If they catch on, your lives may be in danger. Maru continues to say, it's better if you don't tell anyone else. Shikamaru finally ends his long monologue with, listen, Daemon is continuously watching Boruto and Kawaki, but you two are different. If you both can get close to Eida without raising the alarm, you can catch her by surprise, aka the surprise attack. Their friendship with Eida was only based off Shikamaru's orders to keep an eye on her and get close enough so if Eida ever becomes a threat, you guys can take her out with ease. So let's think about it. If Sumire and Sarada are actually under Eida's love charm ability, the only person they can possibly love is Eida. But based off that conversation that was held between the two about loving Boruto and them not being affected by omnipotence, so they know it's Boruto, not Kawaki, it proves that the two have deep feelings for Boruto. It doesn't sound deep right now, but just let me cook. One of the things Eida really wanted was a boyfriend or friends that aren't affected by her love charm. And this is where Sarada was like, I can be your ordinary friend because I can't be your number one. I'm not Kawaki, right? So Eida built her trust in their friendship. She finally had the friends she always wanted. Two girls that she can talk about her problems and issues that a man couldn't understand. Eida wanting to have friends is the reason why Sarada and Sumire aren't affected by her love charm ability, and they weren't affected by the big reverse with omnipotence. There's two ways Eida is going to look at this betrayal, this heartbreak of her friends lying to her for the past 3 years. The first one is basically what I just stated. They've been lying to her for the last 3 years that they're under omnipotence or her love charm ability. It's going to lead Eida to the second issue, the second mindset of framing this situation, and it's going to be why were you guys lying? That simple question, why, is going to cause Eida to spiral down a rabbit hole, because us, the audience, we know based off of chapter 76 of Boruto Next Generations, the reason why they've been lying to Eida that they weren't affected by love charm was under Shikamaru's orders to get close to her and surprise attack her because they're not affected by her ability. So the whole time they've been around Eida was a contingency plan just in case if Eida ever turned against the Leaf Village. Eida is going to figure this out right away, but just think about it. The moment she tells Daemon that Sumire and Sarada aren't affected by her love charm and they've been lying to her the whole entire time, Daemon's instantly going to jump to the worst possible scenario in his head, and that is they want to harm his sister. We're going to have to come back to Daemon because he's very important for this video. For Eida, if she really starts to overthink this scenario and start to feel the betrayal and pain of Sarada and Sumire betraying her, she's going to keep asking why. Okay, if they don't tell her the truth, she's going to know Shikamaru was also involved. Because Eida isn't dumb. She's going to know that somehow Shikamaru knew about this whole situation. And she's going to confront Shikamaru. Shikamaru, did you know Sarada and Sumire weren't affected by my love charm? And because he's affected by her love charm, he's going to tell her the truth. I said, I'm not sure if this is going to happen word for word, but if this does happen, this is going to cause a lot of chaos within the Leaf Village. And the person who's going to cause all this chaos is going to be Daemon. Shikamaru understood one thing. The moment he found that Sumire and Sarada weren't affected by Eida's love charm, he knew they were in danger because of Daemon. Daemon originally only thought that Boruto and Kawaki were the only two that weren't affected. And you guys remember what Daemon did the moment he met them. He literally beat them up to assert his dominance and let them know that none of you guys are going to lay a finger on my sister. From that moment on, Daemon was continuously watching Kawaki and Boruto to make sure they never stepped out of line. Chapter 1 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, when Sarada and Sumire went to go talk to Eida again about the Boruto situation, Eida started to get a hunch that Sumire and Sarada weren't affected by her love charm, and she brought it up. Like, aren't you guys supposed to be affected by my love charm? Why do you keep asking me questions about Boruto? And if you pay attention to Daemon's face during those panels or that exchange or conversation, you can see Daemon start to perk his ears up and he started to monitor the situation. If Sarada and Sumire would have slipped up and let it be known that they weren't affected by her love charm at that very moment, Daemon would have instantly attacked them just like how he did Kawaki and Boruto, because his goal is to be his sister's knight. He's going to protect her. Let's say if Eida doesn't blow this situation out of proportion, Daemon can still react to this new knowledge because he's going to realize right away that Sumire and Sarada have been lying to his sister for 3 whole years, betraying her trust. And how far does this go? Who else knows that they're not affected, which is going to lead to Shikamaru. Tension and drama between Eida, Daemon, Sarada, Sumire, Shikamaru is exactly what we need. Momoshi's attack makes sense. What do you mean by this, two-side? Right now, all the heavy hitters are in the Leaf Village. We have Sarada, we have Miski, we have Kawaki, we have Boruto, we have Hima. If Momoshi steps into the village to try to target Eida, he's going to get dog walked up and down the village. I mentioned Daemon. Daemon is there as well. Momoshi has no chance in targeting or getting his hands on Eida. Like, there's no point in him going to the Leaf Village now. So we need a brief moment of chaos, momentary chaos that will allow him to slip into the village and make his move. Already the perfect counter to Daemon's Hack's ability of reflecting killing intent, and he's also not going to be affected by Eida's ability. So he's perfect. He's the perfect assailant to take these people on and get away with it. But as of right now, there's too many people in the village that can stop Momoshi from getting his hands on Eida. So this situation can play in the favor of the story, allowing us to have brief tension between the girls with their weird love square of Miski, Eida, Sumire, and Sarada all loving Boruto and them having their whatever spat. That betrayal is going to cause a lot of chaos, because when you really think about it, Sumire and Sarada befriending Eida was only because Shikamaru asked them to get close just in case if Eida ever gets out of hand, they can attack her. But Eida was never genuine, and this can cause a heartbreak within Eida because all she ever wanted was real friends. Doesn't overreact, her little brother Daemon's gonna overreact. And if Daemon overreacts and attacks Sarada and Sumire, then Boruto and Kawaki are gonna have to get involved. Miski as well. Can possibly break up the Fate team. You remember the singularities of Fate, Kashin Koji, Eida, Boruto? If this trust is broken between the group, Eida may walk away. But we never know. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex is a very unpredictable series. But that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and I'm out.